Hey guys, it's Jen. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another weekend prep video. I have got a productive weekend prep video for you today. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Jen. I am a full-time working mom, and in these videos I just like to share with you what I get done on the weekend to prepare for the upcoming work week. So of course I had to start out with some dishes and some cooking on my Saturday morning. My family loves to eat breakfast on the weekends and I love to cook, so it's a perfect match made in heaven, right? So this morning I decided to make some scrambles along with some hash browns. I had some veggies in my produce drawer and I also had some leftover steak in the refrigerator, so this was a perfect opportunity to saute all of those up, add some eggs and cheese, and you've got an awesome breakfast. So you saw me there dicing up some red pepper, some jalapeno, and some red onion. And next I'm going to cut up some steak. This is just some ribeye steak that we had left over from a couple nights prior. I had basically seared this in a pan and finished it in the oven, and I'm just kind of trying to cut out the fatty parts and leave the meat, and I will end up sauteing those with my veggies here in the skillet to basically just make a scramble, right? I mean, you can add any type of meat or veggies that you have in your fridge. This is a great way to use up ingredients. I'm also going to put some hash browns in a skillet with some butter. While those are crisping, I'm going to work on mixing up my eggs. So for this particular batch, I'm using 4 eggs and a splash of milk. This probably made about 3 servings, so I'm going to have 1 extra that I'll put in the refrigerator, and we'll end up using that for leftovers throughout the week. But you can see here, after I poured the eggs in, everything else was sauteed. I added some cheese over the top, and then I had some fresh chives, and bam, this was Adam's breakfast this morning. Basically like a mess, right? But delicious. All right, so I finished cooking breakfast and cleaned up the kitchen, and I'm actually taking Kira and her friends shopping today, so that's exciting. I'm gonna go to the mall, and I'm probably gonna go to Sam's Club, so I'll take you guys along with me there. I'm getting gas right now. Of course, I never eat breakfast, so I'm gonna eat a Built Bar. Thank you to Built Bar for sponsoring this week's weekend prep video. This is actually one of their new flavors. It's coconut brownie chunk. It's dark chocolate, and it's really delicious with coffee, which I'm gonna stop at Starbucks and get a coffee. But you guys know I've been working with Built Bar for a long time. Their bars are delicious. I love them because they're high in protein and they're low in added sugar. I love using them for breakfast, and then I also use them as a sweet treat in the afternoon. As a side note, if you have not tried the Built Puffs yet, I would highly recommend them. They're delicious. If you guys want to get 10% off your first order, I'll have a link in the description box below. You can go to that, and then you can use code Chapin10 to get 10% off your first order. Look, this one has like chunks. It is coconut dark chocolate chunk. Yum. Okay, we're gonna get going. All right, so I dropped Kira and her friends off at the mall. They did not want me to stay with them. Boo-hoo. That's fine, I have stuff to do anyway. So I just went to the UPS store and dropped off our Dyson. I think I mentioned this in a video a while ago, but there's a part on it that's broken, and I was hoping they could just send me the replacement part, but no, I had to literally like take it into the UPS store and have it shipped. It was like a huge pain, but whatever. Hopefully they can get it fixed and send it back to me. So I actually have some video planning to work on, so I brought some of my stuff with me. I was gonna go to Rudy's and eat lunch, but they're closed because there was a fire, I guess, which that's sad. Like, I love their enchiladas. So the only thing that's here right now, like close, is Applebee's. So I'm gonna run in there and grab some lunch, and then I'm gonna go to Sam's, and then I'm gonna go pick up the children. It's been super cold all week, and then all of a sudden this weekend, bam! 58 degrees on a Saturday. Go figure. Anyway, I'm here at Sam's. I just renewed my membership, so I'm looking forward to seeing. I'm done at Sam's Club. I am exhausted. I bought a lot of things. You guys will have already seen that in my Sam's Club haul. Did you like it? Did get a lot of good stuff. So I'm headed back to the mall now to pick up Kira and her friends, and we're probably just gonna go home and I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna make for dinner. There's an Iowa game tonight at 6. I was thinking about making nachos because I think today is National Nacho Day, and also there's a football game, and I thought that would be like perfect, but I don't know if I have all the ingredients. I don't know, I need to see. So anyway, I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Yes, also, I have so much crap that I couldn't even fit it all in the back of my vehicle. All right, so I'm home now and I have everything spread out on my counter, so I'm gonna go ahead and film my grocery haul. Kira's friends stayed over for a little bit, so I'm gonna take them home, and then when I get back, I'm gonna probably work on cleaning up the kitchen and cook dinner. Okay, so I was going to make nachos tonight. I think I said that earlier, but I didn't have time after we got home and I did my Costco haul and everything. So I made some of this breaded fish that I got at Sam's, and some green beans and some mac and cheese. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I told you guys I wanted to make carne asada, maybe nachos, but I didn't have time to do it tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the marinade and we'll have them for dinner tomorrow, either like tortas or tacos. So I am using 4 ounces of lime juice. I just squeezed that fresh into the cup, and this recipe, if you follow Simply Mama Cooks here on YouTube, she does a lot of Tex-Mex cooking. She is awesome. So I am using her recipe. I will link her original video down below, and then it calls for 8 ounces of orange juice. I'm just going to use simply orange juice because I don't really want to squeeze a bunch of oranges. And then in this bowl right here, I've got salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and then about 3 large cloves of fresh garlic. So I'm going to dump that in. She says about a tablespoon of Maggi seasoning. I could not find that at Walmart, so I'm using soy sauce, which she says is a good substitute. So I'm going to whisk this up. Okay, so we've got some steaks in here, and yes, I am using like good quality steaks for this recipe, even though you can use like skirt steak or flank steak, just because we have so much beef in our freezer to use up. And these steaks have been in there a while. I mean, they're still good because they've been in a deep freezer, but I feel like with something like this, it will make it really delicious because we're gonna marinate it. So here's the marinade. Pour that over the steak and the onions. And then I'm gonna seal this up and make sure everything is combined. Okay, so I put this in a dish just to make sure that it doesn't leak all over. I'm gonna stick this in the fridge in the garage, and this is gonna marinate for almost 24 hours because it's 8:30 right now. We're gonna have this for dinner tomorrow. So this will be plenty tender, and a couple times tomorrow I'll go ahead and turn it over just so you know, all of the meat has contact with the marinade. All right, good morning, guys. We had fallback last night, so we went ahead and set the clocks back an hour. It is now 7:49 on Sunday morning, and I am going to make some shortcut eggs Benedict. Why shortcut? Because I have a packet of hollandaise sauce mix in my pantry. So you just mix this with melted butter and milk, whisk it up. I've got some water started boiling here for my poached eggs, and then I've got some Canadian bacon that I got out of the freezer and some English muffins. And then I'll show you how I poached the eggs, but I did go ahead and crack them into separate bowls. Okay, so I've got some Canadian bacon slices just heating up in here, and I'm also toasting my English muffin in the pan, and then the hollandaise sauce is thickened up. So this is about how you want the water for poached eggs. So what I do is I swirl it and make a huge mess. I swirl it into a whirlpool, and then I drop the eggs in. There's also a cap full of white vinegar in there. Okay, so you swirl it like this, and then once it's swirling, drop the eggs in. And you swirl around like that, and then you do about 5 minutes for soft poached eggs. Okay, so the last step is you remove them from the boiling water using a slotted spoon, and I just lay them on a paper towel just to dry them off. So I've got a plate here, so I'm gonna put my English muffin down. These are wheat English muffins. And then put 2 slices of Canadian bacon. Then I'll put the eggs and the hollandaise on top, and if I had some dried parsley, I would put that on top too, but I think I'm out right now. All right, here we go. Here's our gourmet, eggs Benedict. So after breakfast, I'm going to get started on washing some dishes. And yes, I did go ahead and eat breakfast this morning because you guys, Eggs Benedict is literally one of my favorite meals in the history of ever, especially if we ever go out for breakfast or brunch and they have it on the menu. It's always something that I'm going to order. And obviously homemade hollandaise is better than the packet, but that's what I had and wanted to use it up. So I went ahead and washed some dishes. I'm going to wipe down my counters. I was going to do some cooking later on today, and I don't know about you, but it's really hard for me to cook in a dirty kitchen. And I was also going to go to the grocery store later today. You guys will be seeing a haul. But essentially, I'm going to process my produce when I get home, and so I want my sink to be clean as well. So I scrubbed that out, and I also added some some disposal cleaner to the drain. And now I am refilling my flour container. I actually found a package of flour in my pantry that had weevils in it. So make sure that you store your things properly. Unlike me, seal them up really well so that doesn't happen to you. Okay, so I'm gonna give my stove a good wipe down. It also bothers me if I'm trying to cook on a dirty stove. I don't know why. Probably because I'm always, filming what I cook, and I don't want my stove to be super dirty because I feel like that's off-putting for you guys. I'm using my Wyman stainless steel cleaner on the back of my range. That is what I have found, honestly, that has worked the best in terms of cleaning the stainless steel in my kitchen. I use it on my stove, my dishwasher, and I also use it on my fridge. And lastly, for the range top, I'm using some glass cleaner. I find that this just helps give the range top a streak-free shine, and it works really well. I'm using the spray way because I am out of Windex, but it works just as well. And last, I'm going to light a fall candle. All right, so I finished breakfast. I got the kitchen cleaned up. I always tell you guys that I'm not really a huge breakfast eater. Like, I cook breakfast almost every weekend and I hardly ever eat it. And this morning, of course, I ate the Eggs Benedict because it is literally my favorite breakfast in the whole wide world. And I was like, wow, you're actually eating breakfast. And I'm like, I know, because I love it. So anyway, I'm at Walmart now. I'm going to be filming a video today, like a freezer meal video that you guys will see coming up, but I needed some ingredients for that I don't have, and I stopped by Starbucks and got a coffee. So one thing I wish Starbucks would do is I wish they would offer more flavors of sugar-free syrup. Like, I like their, like their seasonal flavors, like their sugar cookie, and I think it's like chestnut praline or something, but they're all sugary. I just wish they would do more sugar-free. So what I've been doing is I've been getting like my regular iced almond milk latte, and then I've just been having them put like 1 pump of like sugar cookie in it, which doesn't make it very sweet, but that's the way I like it. And then I figure, like, I still get the flavor, but it's not like so much sugar. So anyway, I'm gonna take you into Walmart with me, and I'll show you if I find anything cool, and then I'll show you a haul when I get home. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to come here for was, right now Ibotta is having their free Thanksgiving dinner deals. So they have like a bunch of things on their app that you can get for free. Like, basically you buy it and then you get a rebate of 100%. So I'm gonna look for those items while I'm here too. Also, I thought you guys would appreciate my color-coded shopping list. You like it? Oh, for God's sake, P-Dubs has her own air fryer, $89. Interesting. I actually really like these cake plates. They're glass, they're $19.88. My only thing is that they don't have cover over them. So to me, it's like, I wouldn't buy it because I want one with like a dome that I can cover it up with. But she's also got wax melts. They come like in these little tins if you're interested in those. So Rachel Ray has a new cookbook out, which I bought this on Amazon, so I'm not sure why I don't have it yet, but normally when you pre-order cookbooks, you get it like the day it comes out. But anyway, I would buy this if I didn't already pre-order it from Amazon, but of course, I'm a Rachel Ray, fan from way back in the day, and of course, I have to have every single cookbook of hers. Look at these. How cute are they? They're like little mini taco shells. They're $2.48. Oh my gosh, these are adorable. All right, well, I'm done in Walmart and I have to go to Hy-Vee now because Walmart was out of like several things. They were all out of jalapenos and I can't make tortas without those, or so Adam says. Adam is allegedly a self-proclaimed torta connoisseur, which I mean, he gets them like every time we go to like a Tex-Mex or a Mexican restaurant. It's very, what's the word? He's very curious about me actually making a torta that he will enjoy. So, you know, when I said challenge accepted, and thank you to everyone who told me about being able to shut off the option in my car where the engine doesn't like shut down every time you're at a stop sign. Like, I knew I could do that, but I didn't realize it was like so easy. There's just a button right here that I can just turn off when I get in the car. And then someone asked me, like, didn't I test drive the car? Well, yes, I test drove a car, not this car. You know, they have like certain cars on the lot that you can test drive, but I don't know if they had that option shut off when I test drove it, or whether I was just so nervous about driving like an expensive car that wasn't mine that I didn't like realize or what. You know when you test drive a car and it's like not yours and you're just like, oh God, please don't let me get into an accident. It's like, I've never really been into an accident, never caused an accident, but this will be the one time when I'm test driving a car when I'll freaking cause an accident. So anyway, yes, so now I can shut that off. The other thing that like has irritated me about this car is that, not irritated me, but like the dealership has not been very helpful in like helping me get everything set up, because like apparently you have to go to the dealership to get like authenticated, and then like they give you like some type of a PIN number, and then you're able to like, I say like all the time, I know, and then you're able to somehow have your own identity key that matches with the vehicle. So like the idea is that if I'm in the car, it's gonna have one set of settings. If Adam's in the car, it's gonna have another set of settings. Either way, I have contacted the dealership multiple times to try to get this identity thing figured out, and they can't help me. And so I think I maybe just need to call customer service and have them help me, because as Adam says, you are not taking advantage of all of the features of this car. Okay, Dad. Also, this did not switch time. It says it's 12:52 and it's really not, it's 11:52. All right, well, I'm gonna go to Hy-Vee and get the rest of my crap. And I'm gonna go home and show you what I got. All right, so it's a little while later now because I totally forgot that we had an ice cream social to go to for swim team today. So we had to take about an hour and a couple minutes out of our day to do that this afternoon. But I am home now, and I'm going to share with you guys everything that I picked up from Walmart this weekend. A lot of this is for recipes that I am making for videos, but I'm going to be incorporating those into dinners and lunches that we're going to have this week. So I did get some bananas. We're all out of those. Kira has actually been eating a lot of these for snacks lately, so I decided to, I think I got 7, and I got them kind of green, but obviously if she doesn't go through all of those, I'll just probably make banana bread or muffins out of them. I got some shredded iceberg lettuce. We're going to use part of this for the tortas tonight for dinner, and then I also needed some green onions. I typically don't, you know, prioritize organic produce, but this was actually a pretty good deal. It was only 75 cents and they looked like really good quality. So I got some green onions, I got some flat leaf parsley, some cilantro, a couple avocados. I did get a bag of spinach. I will use this for my smoothies and then also for a soup that I'm making. I decided to pick up some poblanos. So I've been watching, I can't remember her name, but it's Simply Mama Cooks. I'll link her channel down below. She does a lot of Mexican cooking on her channel, and I saw her make chile relleno, and I have never made them before, and I just have it in my head that I want to make some. So I don't know if I'm going to get that done this week, but either way, I'll throw these in the fridge. If I don't end up making those, I'll use them for something. I got some jalapenos, and then I also saw her make a couple different enchilada sauces with dried chiles, and so I got some guajillo chiles and some pasilla ancho chiles. So I have actually made homemade tamales before. I have a video of it. It's like an old video on my channel. I can link it down below. But since I've been watching her videos, I know a couple of the things I did wrong when I made my own chile sauce before. So we're gonna give that another go. I'm sure there'll be a video coming up soon. I got some mini cucumbers for salads and snacking. I did get some potatoes. I need these for a couple different dinners this week. I got some tomatoes for salads and sandwiches. I also needed some shallots, so I got a box of these. I also got a red onion, some yellow onions because I was totally out. And then for a recipe, I needed some rosemary and thyme. I was able to get those at Walmart, so that's good. I decided to get some carrot chips this week. Those are really convenient. I have some hummus in the fridge I want to get used up, so those will go with that. I got some green grapes to wash up for the kids, and then I wanted to have an extra half gallon of milk on hand just in case we needed it for either recipes or cereal, so I got that. And then I did get some heavy whipping cream. This is for an Instant Pot recipe. It's actually a dessert recipe that I'm gonna be sharing soon. I did get some of the crema mexicana. So this is table cream, and this is different from sour cream in that it's not super tangy. So we're gonna try that tonight on our tortas. And then I also got some of the La Casa white chile con queso to dip our chips in. I got some of the Jello strawberry cheesecake cups. Kira really likes those. I got some different cheeses for some recipes and freezer meals and stuff like that. Some Monterey Jack cheese. 2 packages of pepper jack cheese. I also got some of the Cracker Barrel cracker cuts. Kira really likes these. Also, I wanted to mention, I got $40 back from Ibotta on this haul. Like, I know it was a big haul, but I think $40 is pretty significant. So if you haven't checked out Ibotta, definitely do, because they've got the free things going on for Thanksgiving right now. If you want to join my team, I'll leave my link down below. I got some turkey. This was actually $1 off on Ibotta. I got this for sandwiches. Kira really likes that. This was actually free on Ibotta. It is the Just Crack an Egg omelet rounds, so we'll probably have those for breakfast this week. This was also an Ibotta rebate, the Oikos blended Greek yogurt. So I got 1 vanilla and 1 salted caramel. I got some different types of cheese. I got some shredded Chihuahua cheese. This is really good for quesadillas. And then I also got some of just the regular, this isn't shredded. So one of the videos I was watching says that if you're making cheese enchiladas, to use sliced cheese instead of shredded because it stays in the enchilada better. So I thought that was a really good tip. I got some Cracker Barrel cheese cubes. These were $1 off also on Ibotta. I got Kira some of the pepperoni paninos. She likes those. And then for some different recipes and sandwiches, I got some pepper jack cheese and some Swiss cheese. This was a pretty good deal. They had these on like clearance for $4.50. I think they were originally $10. So there's calabrese in here, salami, breadsticks, cheese, and olives. So I'll probably just stick that in the fridge. It doesn't expire for a while. We can always use that for like football, Sunday or something like that. I got 2 dozen eggs. These are the Blue Sky Farms, and if you like these eggs, which I normally buy these from Walmart, they are $2 each off on Ibotta, so definitely snatch those up. I got some corn tortillas for a freezer meal recipe, some saltine crackers just to have around for soup. And then the French fried onions, these were free on Ibotta this week for the Thanksgiving deal. So was the Jiffy corn muffin mix. I got some Ritz crackers. These were $1 off on Ibotta, and we don't really necessarily need these right now, but like during the holidays and stuff, I always usually will put out like cheese and crackers, and so it'll be nice to have those on hand for that. I did get a 6-pack of the petite diced tomatoes just because I didn't want to run out of those. And then I also got some Skippy natural peanut butter. We're running low on that. There is like a breakfast sandwich recipe I'm gonna try that calls for hatch green chilies. It actually calls for whole green chilies. I can't really find those anywhere around here, so this is kind of just a hatch green chili puree that I found at Walmart, so I think that'll work just fine. I got some tomato soup. We haven't had any of that on hand for a while, and tomato soup and grilled cheese is always a good quick option for dinner. I got a 4-ounce can of green chilies for a recipe, and then for a soup that I'm gonna make, I got some dark red kidney beans, some cannellini beans, and then this was also free on Ibotta. This is just a can of cream and mushroom soup. Okay, I was also out of dried parsley flakes, so I got a container of these, just the Walmart brand. This is what I'm gonna use to make the tortas tonight. It is the bolillo bolillo, how do you say that? I'm embarrassing myself. Rolls. So there's 6 of these in here. These are, I feel like they're kind of small compared to some of the ones I've seen before. So anyway, those will work just fine. I also got some Knorr bouillon. So this tomato chicken bouillon, I've never had this before, and I think you use this to, well, you can use it to make a lot of things, but Spanish rice is one of them. And then I also got some beef because I was out of that. I got some of the True Lemonade packets. This is raspberry lemonade. This was also a freebie on Ibotta. It is a packet of turkey gravy. I think you could get any of the gravies, but I just went ahead and chose turkey. I got some tortilla chips to go with that cheese dip. And then I needed some bone-in chicken for a recipe, and I wasn't quite sure if I had enough in my freezer, so I just went ahead and got a pack of the bone-in chicken breast. These were on an Ibotta rebate for $1.65 off. They're basically fruit roll-ups with no added sugar, the Bear brand, so I thought we would try those. I got some beef jerky. These are convenient for the kids because they're just in these little packets. It's the Jack Links. There's 5 regular beef jerky and 4 teriyaki beef jerky in there. And then I needed some Captain Crunch for a French toast recipe. I needed plain, but they did not have any plain Captain Crunch there. All they had was the crunch berries. So I'm gonna have to like probably pick out the berries, but that's fine. It'll be fine. It'll all work out. I got some of these no sugar added white chocolate chips. I may try and make some less sugar white chocolate chip macadamia cookies at some point. I got a box of chicken stuffing mix. This was also free on the Ibotta rebate, the Great Value brand. I got 2 boxes of couscous. This is for dinner this week. So I got 1 of the roasted garlic and 1 of the original. The recipe actually called for wheat couscous, which I highly doubt I can find anywhere around here. So that was what I got for that. The Triscuits were also on Ibotta. You had to buy 2 and you got 75 cents off. So I got 1 box of regular Triscuit and 1 box of the smoked Gouda. I never tried these before, but they sound good. They had these on Ibotta also for, I think they were like 55 cents off each. So I guess I didn't realize I got 2 different ones. My kids are too old for this, but it's still mac and cheese. So those will be good for an emergency meal at some point. These were also free on Ibotta. The mixed vegetables by Bird's Eye. So I am actually going to be using these for a soup recipe. And then I got some shredded hash browns to have for breakfast throughout the week. I also picked up 1 of these Idahoan mashed potatoes. This is the 8-ounce bag, and this was also on the Ibotta Thanksgiving deal for free. I got some of these for Adam. This is the hickory seasoned strive beef biltong. I had a bag of this, and once I got my braces put on, it was really hard for me to eat, so I gave it to Adam and he really liked it, so I decided to grab him a bag. This actually had a $2 off coupon on it, so that was nice. I got this for just to have in the pantry. I'm gonna put it away actually and wait to get it out until later, closer to Christmas. These are the Christmas cake bites, and I thought these would be fun to do like some fun Christmas lunches for the kids. I got 1 of these V8 Sparkling Energy. These are no added sugar, and sometimes I like to have these in the morning just as kind of like a little pick-me-up before my coffee, so I got that. I got a 2-liter of Cherry Coke Zero. That was actually free on the Thanksgiving deal as well. I saw these little bowls in the Pioneer Woman section, so I thought they were neat because they remind me of milk glass. But I actually broke one of my little bowls the other day, and you can put these in the dishwasher. They say no microwave, but normally I just use these when I make like cooking videos and I'm, you know, measuring out spices and things. So I thought those would be neat to have. And like I said, I think they were like $2.50 each or something like that. I got some sourdough bread. This is going to be for some breakfast meal prep. And then for the French toast recipe, I ended up getting some of this Texas toast. I had to go to Hy-Vee to get this. They did not have any Texas toast bread at Walmart, but the good thing is if it's something I can't find at Walmart, I can normally find it at Hy-Vee. I got some fruit fly traps. I notice around the fall time when it starts getting cooler outside, sometimes we'll get fruit flies inside, and these are really nice. I know you can use like apple cider vinegar in a bowl and stuff like that, but I think these just look nicer on the counter, so I got a 2-pack of those. I needed some more travel toothpaste, so I got some Sensodyne travel, and then I thought this smelled really good. It's a woodwick candle in cinnamon chai, and I always like to have a candle on my stove, so I picked that up. I got some of the Lysol laundry sanitizer. I actually like to use this on my sheets and towels, but I have not used it in a long time. I kind of forgot about it, but I saw they had it on Ibotta and I decided to grab some, so that'll be good to use in the wash. I got a new loofah for Kira and some new body wash for her as well. This was on Ibotta, I think $2 off, the Degree Maximum Recovery body wash. It's a citrus scent. It smells really good. I got some different mouthwashes for myself and the kids. So this is Act. This is the kind that you like squeeze and it goes up into the cup. So I got that for Kira. I got this one for Connor. It's the pineapple one. Oh no, I'm sorry. I got this for myself. Can't think. I got this for myself, this for Kira, this purple Smart Rinse Listerine, and then this one for Connor. I always think like this whole anti-fluoride movement that has happened over the last couple of years, it's like kind of ridiculous in my opinion, because as long as you're not swallowing fluoride, like it's not gonna hurt you, and it is actually like anti-cavity. So like this whole movement of like not putting fluoride in toothpaste, I just don't understand. Like all natural is not always better, and like if you want to prevent cavities, you know, you should probably use fluoride. You should probably use fluoride, not just for yourself but for your kids as well. Who are my dental hygienists in the comments? Please back me up on that. Anyway, so I actually read also that you can put mouthwash in your water pick, which is super helpful if you have braces, like at the end of the night to kind of like freshen your mouth. So I might try that. I got some of these Reynolds Wrap foil sheets because I'm going to be doing some breakfast meal prep, and these are really nice to wrap like freezer sandwiches in. I've bought them before from the Dollar Tree, so I decided to get those again. And then I also got some of the parchment paper sheets, just gearing up for Christmas baking. These are really nice to have. And then I did get a couple of packages of paper plates. I will be hosting Thanksgiving this year, and so I thought these would be perfect for dessert. I believe there's 12 in each one, so I got 2 packs of those. I thought those were cute. Okay, so I'm gonna get some of this stuff put away and start to make dinner. Okay, so I've got my steak out that I marinated last night, and this has been out for about half an hour now, so it's not super cold. And I just dried it out in some paper towels, and I seasoned it with salt and pepper. And you can see, since there was citrus juice in it, you know, it kind of starts not really cook, but like cook the outside a little bit. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the carne asada on my griddle pan. So I have this heating up pretty hot with some avocado oil, and I'm just gonna take these and fry them up, or not really fry them, but sear them in batches on here, and then I'll put them on the sheet tray to rest. Okay, so here is my steak. This has been resting for a bit. So what I'm gonna do is remove this to a cutting board, slice it into really like thin pieces, and toss it back on here, and I'll end up kind of crisping it up again before I put it on the tortas. Okay, so here is my completed beef or carne asada. So this is still a little bit pink, which is fine actually. So probably before I build my sandwiches, I'll throw, you know, kind of like a pile of this down on the griddle and saute it a little bit with, you know, cheese melted on top and stuff before I build my sandwich. But this looks delicious. Okay, so I'm gonna start getting some of my toppings ready. I've got an avocado here. I tried to choose one at the store today that was probably just about ready, and that looks about perfect. I think I'm just gonna use half of this right now. Let me grab a spoon. Then I'll stick the other half in the fridge. Okay, so when you're getting avocado ready like this, and you wanna slice it ahead of time, just make sure that you sprinkle some lime juice on it or it will start to brown. And then normally I season it with some salt and pepper too, but that's up to you. Okay, so I also want to slice up some tomato. I'm just gonna need one. Okay, and then I want to spread some beans on my bread before I put on the steak. So I have these leftover refried beans that I'm just gonna heat up. You don't have to use these. If you don't like beans, you could use mayo. Okay, so Adam says he likes onions on his, so I chopped up some jalapeno here, and I'm also gonna slice some onion, and then I'll saute those on the griddle. Okay, so here is my roll, and I'm going to cut this in half. I'm gonna attempt to cut it evenly. Make sure you use a bread knife, because otherwise you're gonna struggle. So I'm just gonna drizzle like a tiny little bit of oil on here, because I wanna toast these up, and I don't want them to burn on the griddle. And then I'm gonna put this face down over here. My onions are done, my jalapenos are done, my beans are heated up. So basically all that's left to do now is assemble. I've got some of this crema mexicana, some lettuce, this is just quesadilla melting cheese. I've got my avocados, tomatoes, lettuce. We should be good to go. Okay, so I've got some white queso heating up over here. So we're gonna have some chips and cheese on the side. And then I've got my meat sauteing in the middle with the jalapenos and onions. I'm going to put some cheese on there and let that melt. This should be enough for 2 sandwiches here. And then I'm just toasting the rolls to make sure that they're crispy before I build the sandwiches. All right, so let's attempt to build one of these. I've got some beans. I'm just gonna spread a thin layer of those over the bottom. I'll pile some meat on there. Oh man, I'm gonna make a big freaking mess. I'm just trying to make sure I get as much of that on the bread as I can. Some avocado. Adam's not a huge fan of avocado, so I'm not gonna put a lot. Some tomato, some lettuce, and then last we'll do the cream. Well, I certainly hope this is legit, because it kind of was a lot of work, but okay, and then there's the top. So I'm just gonna kind of give this a good smash, so keep everything together. Should we cut it in half? I kind of want to let it cool a little bit because the top of it's very, very hot. All right, will you look at that? All right, I'm gonna attempt to cut these in half because I think it'll be easier to eat them that way. On you. Oh, mama. All right, let me get some plates. All right, so here's mine. I do not care for like sauteed onions and jalapenos, so I made mine separately, and I did add some cilantro to mine, so I'm gonna eat this, but Adam said it passed the test, so I'm super excited. Hey guys, good morning and happy Monday. Well, I didn't get as much done yesterday as I wanted to because we had the unexpected swim ice cream social, and then I spent a large portion of the day cooking and getting groceries and stuff, but obviously that's all important for this week too. And the tortas were definitely a winner. Like I said, Adam was very impressed, so that was a win. I'll definitely be making them again. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out Built Bar. I'll have all the information for 10% off in the description box below. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.